Bam, look, here we are. We're in a new universe. Oh, what a time to be alive, man. You could just, God, I could just like not care. It's weird because it's just streaming with like a little person there to represent me. And then it's like, oh, it's anime, whatever the fuck. Nice. Nice. Makes me happy. Okay. Let me get into my skin. What's going on with this? Why are you having problems? That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to get into my skin. Give me 1 second. Behold, behold. It is I, once again. Onii-chan, the ugly bastard of your dreams. Oh, the fuck, where's she at? Where's she at? Ah! Peko! Look at her little head. I love her head. Oh, she makes me so happy. Look at her. She's perfect. Oh, she's perfect. There's this one tweet she made like a year or so ago that's just her like with no pants on and it's cropped. And all of a sudden it's just been blowing up today. And she was like, why the fuck is it blowing up? And it's like, yeah, the universe brought you to me once again. Ah, ugly bastard react hours. So I'm gonna get on with it, right? This first video. This is The VTuber Fandom is Getting Weird by TiramisuBunnyVT. She is apparently a smaller time VTuber. I just randomly stumbled upon her channel and the idea of what this video might be, it was interesting to me. For those who do not know, I do have to vet my own videos to make sure they're not like fucking weird or like you're gonna be too like banned on my own channel. And it's really hard to do when I'm supposed to also react to them. So like it'll just be, okay, I click on the video and I'll click through like 3 spots, like the beginning, middle, and end, just to make sure it's like kind of fine. And then we go from there. But yeah, very nice. I'm excited. I would like to give more attention to people who are like smaller, like VTubers and whatnot. Just to help them out. I'm not saying like I'm big enough to help them, but you know, it's okay. All right, let's get on with this. I'm really interested to see where this goes. Ready, 3, 2, 1, play. What?
You ever just sit back, sip
get
your
the speaker
coffee
model.
and think, man, the VTuber fandom is kind of weird.
Yes, they are.
Not in a bad way necessarily.
Yes, they are.
Twitter has way too much free time kind of way. Some fans are chill,
That's so real.
and just
The
here to
fuck.
have fun. But then you have the ones who treat VTubers like their personal anime protagonists, get way too invested in made-up drama, or act like the streamer missing a single day means the world is ending. And honestly, it's getting exhausting.
That part's awesome. God. So, I grew up in my anime shit, right? I was in it. I was chronically online almost my whole life, right? And VTubing is, at one point, was way more idol culture. Like, when it, like, really started hitting off, it was way more into being idol culture. And not necessarily on the smallest realm, because before a lot of the big stuff happened, there were actually little things available. I've talked about this in another video where a friend of mine, who before like VTubing was even a word, she would, there's software you would pirate from like Korea and Japan, and you had to like translate it yourself and make it work. And you could actually have essentially a model rigged up to it. And there are a couple people who did that, but it wasn't super big at the time. But like now that we've gone from the big corpos to actually making it idol stuff to now, essentially, if you either have the artistic talent or the money, you can do it. But the idol culture never left, because like idol culture is just us being parasocial weirdos obsessed with the thing. Much like how like, I don't know. I guess it is kind of as bad when it comes to like Western actors and whatnot, where people lose their fucking minds over them. It sucks. No, it doesn't. That one sucks. It's Western. No, fuck that one. Fuck the actors. Fuck the fleshies. I love me some VTuber.
So today, let's talk about why the VTuber fandom feels a little off, how we got here, and whether there's any hope left for things to calm down.
It's very cute. That's very cute. It's a sit. No, go back. Hey, it's Joecat. This isn't cute, and I don't want your follow if you're going to act like this. Demanding things from the streamers is not it, and don't do this. Play Jeff, and I'll follow you. Fuck. I want a Jeff game. Oh, these people are awesome. It's that's always been around in streaming, right? That's not new to VTubers. That's a streamer thing, and it's been around for years and years. It's not gonna go away either, because there are people who are like, there's like the couple very few types of fans you're gonna have You're going to have the people who want the interaction. They need the personal attention from the streamer. You have the people who you are just their background noise in general, right? There's some in between, but like those are like, I would say like kind of the primary ones. I'm unfortunately an attention whore. So when the Oshis on screen were like, Onii-chan, is that, look at this guy, and not look at me, but like they interact with me in my little messages because I speak Latin or chat. It makes me go, yeah, I love them. Pick a look here. I love her. Okay, I'm sorry. I've worked with Joe Cat. We did an audio with him. Love waking up to these. Awesome. Kitsu!
What?
It's like Kitsu!
Obvious. Parasocial behavior. If you've been in the VTuber scene for more than 5 minutes,
I love Kitsu's little head.
Fans losing their minds because a VTuber collabed with someone of the opposite gender, people throwing a full tantrum if a VTuber doesn't stream for a full day, and viewers acting like they own a VTuber because they donated. Once.
Please. What's the...
And the worst part, the bigger a VTuber gets, the worse this gets. Suddenly people start treating them like idols instead of just gamers who talk to a camera.
Well, some of them act like idols, though.
Constant drama.
Sorry, I want to go back and read this big long one. What the fuck that says? It's simply that covering news drama takes a more careful hand than people give it credit for, because if you let yourself get invested, you just start acting malicious and saying stuff you shouldn't. Okay. We're going to read NetEVT right now, have long since passed the malicious threshold. You took someone else's greatest crime was buying models and oh, okay. Is this, I know this is actually a bit more recent, where the person was like, buying like adopt models or whatever, and she was flipping them for like a higher thing, and people were like getting fucking mad at them over it. I don't know. So like, people are so emotionally attached to VTubers, like with that when it comes to that. So I feel it in two ways, right? I feel like if an item I own, like if I buy it, if I buy the full rights to it, I think it's like, well, it's mine to do with as I please, right? So if I have the license, if I have it and I want to flip it, I'm gonna like, I should kind of be allowed, at least in my opinion. But I understand there's also some more nuances, because the VTubing like space is so emotionally attached to the concept of, oh, this is the baby of the person, like this is their art, this is their love, or some shit like that. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know if I have a real opinion on this that would actually matter, or one that I could say is educated enough in the subject of like what goes on behind the scenes. Oh. Yeah, okay.
I swear every week there's a new controversy that people act like is the end of the world.
There is.
One VTuber breathes wrong and suddenly it's trending with
90% of VTuber drama is trash.
And let's be honest, 90% of these dramas are just completely
Yeah,
pointless.
she said it. Yeah. She's right. They're like...
And the cycle is always the same.
They're like, somebody has like the most nothing take on something ever, and there's a fucking drama, and it's just like high school baby bullshit again. It's like, what are we even doing? Are we gonna make a doc about somebody about fucking nothing, right? Like, really? There's like there's just a doc like about like, oh, people will say like, here's how I was treated by this VTuber, and it's like got banned from the Discord because they were being an asshole. It's nothing. People, God, drama is so stupid bullshit. It's not like the cool drama where like people's lives are affected. Like, man, like Rima stuff, like she covers big things. She covers a lot of like really in-depth, like big things that happen in the VTuber space, but people just whine and bitch because it's just, like I said, it's just some kind of high school club. And again, people are so emotionally attached to all this. It's awesome. It's exactly what I need. It's like, I don't know if anybody remembers what it's like being on the old boards in like the early 2000s to mid 2000s, and all this stuff would not have been out in the open in other places. Like there wouldn't have been a place like Twitter to go to where you could just share that with whoever the fuck you wanted on the internet. It was so concentrated to like these little fandoms of things, and you could go there and you would have the most heated of conversations about stuff, right? But now it's like, it's quote unquote mainstream. It's not like mainstream enough to normies who are like, I don't know what a VTuber is. It's mainstream to more of the anime fandom in general. And unfortunately, when you spread your net fucking wide, you're going to catch some of the dumbest people you've ever met in your fucking life.
a VTuber gets accused of something, people fight on Twitter over it, someone makes a 40-minute YouTube essay about it, and then a week later, no one even remembers it happened. It's like VTuber Twitter doesn't know how to function unless there's something to be mad about. Meanwhile, the VTuber in question is just sitting there playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Another weird thing, some fans completely forget that VTubers are real people. Like, VTubers have lore, sure, but that doesn't mean they're literally playing a role 24/7. Yet, some fans expect them to be perfectly in character all the time, and freak out if they say something or do something that doesn't fit into their lore. Okay, but here's the thing.
Do they?
Some VTubers absolutely encourage this behavior.
Yeah, they do. Oh. It's Powder. Ah, fucking Powder, man. Shit. But no, yeah, there are a lot of them, like, I don't know if it's, like, really encouraging, like, a good amount of that behavior, right? Because there are some who are just, they're playing a part, and they're playing a character. Some really dive into being the VTuber to being the idol. And yeah, there are people who are going to be like, oh shit, why are you doing this? But I don't know. I don't really see a lot of people being like, why are you acting out of character? Because a lot of YouTubers make a lot of change over time. Like Pikami. If anybody ever watched Pikami, who she started as versus who she is now feels like an entirely different person. But people still love her. Like there's a lot of people who like followed her to being who she is now. And it just, I don't know, people grow. We pay so close attention to every little thing that like these people do on the internet. They're so like in the public eye, and every little thing, like every little comment is there to be recorded and criticized. And instead of just being like, okay, yeah, things change over time, where, oh, why is it different? Why are you doing this? But again, I don't think it's rampant, because I'm in this space constantly. I'm on VTuber Twitter constantly. I'm watching VTubers constantly, and I'm on VT board constantly, right? And VT board is not to be taken seriously. All those people are fucking stupid. We all know this. I don't know. It doesn't seem rampant.
Some literally pretend to be your girlfriend or boyfriend to farm donations.
Yeah, girlfriend experience
Others
stuff.
lean into the drama reviews and then act surprised when their fandom is a mess. And let's be real, some just never set boundaries, so fans get way too attached.
When you are a LewTuber, but no one wants to make that safer contact with you. It's awesome. Mrs. Mommy Lewd. Good on them. You know what? They're playing the bit. Good on them. If you want to be a LewTuber, who gives a fuck? Like, you can have these weird spaces like this, and you can also set boundaries. It doesn't mean like the boundaries don't exist. You can also curate your own fandoms. If you want people to be like, come in and be like, haha, not safe for work, or be into the not safe for work stuff, yeah, you can do that. And if there are people who are, how would I say, would take it too far via your opinion, then you can honestly boot them from from your spaces. And the people who are actual fans of you, who are smart enough to understand that, will stay. The ones who didn't care in the first place are gonna go regardless of what you say or do. I don't know. It's all about curating, but like, yeah, there's also ones though that do attract the fucking weirdos. I'm not saying there aren't the weirdos out there. Like girlfriend experience ones, people go nuts over. I don't know. I'm not very big into girlfriend experience like stuff. I gain more emotional attachment over the thought of friendship or over like romantic stuff. I think like, oh, it would be cool to hang out with them more than to be like, oh yeah, I want to date them. They're whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't feel as rampant as I think it's trying to point out, but that's just my opinion on this. Who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe she's from a different part of the internet that I've either not seen or dived into. Maybe she has a different experience, because I'm also a gross, ugly bastard VTuber, like PNG man, right? I don't have the actual experience right now firsthand from what it's like to be Woman's behind the VTuber model, because I can admit that like there are probably way more dudes out there who are more rabid than like the amount of womans out there who are like that for like boyfriend type content. Now, the ones who are into boyfriend type content, they're hardcore fucking rabid, but there are not as many of them. Spino sausage.
Like, I get it. Money is money, but don't be surprised when your chat turns into a creepy, obsessed mess. So, is there hope? Yes, because not all VTuber fans are like this. There are plenty of people who just want to vibe, watch streams, and enjoy the content.
All right, we have 30 seconds left.
Yeah!
Otherwise, this will be a match.
Man!
Okay, hold on.
No, my little head's in our way.
Say it like that. This is the joy of streaming. This is the joy of streaming. I get to talk to all you people, but more importantly, I get to talk to Tiramisu. How you doing? See, that's all right.
Reloading.
I'm not moving. I'm not fucking moving.
Valorant.
Damn it.
I should start playing Valorant to give me a new girlfriend.
But if the VTuber fandom wants to stop being the internet's weirdest community, we need to stop treating VTubers like idols and notice that they're streamers. They're not perfect anime waifus. Let go of stupid drama because half of it doesn't even matter. Respect boundaries because a donation does not make you someone's bestie. And remember, it's just entertainment.
What about enough donations?
We're here to enjoy it. Don't lose yourself in it. So yeah, the VTuber fandom is weird, but it doesn't have
Very much so.
Let me know in the comments, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in the VTuber community? And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because trust me, I've got plenty more to say about internet culture. See you next time.
That was actually a very wonderful video by this person. You can tell they're just starting out. They're like, obviously they're like a smaller channel, but good on them. There was some decent editing in there. They tried to put some good stuff in. They seem to have approached this with like a very like headstrong opinion. But there are things about like treating them like idol culture. I think idol culture to an extent is fine because there's a lot of people who build themselves up wanting to be the idol. It's not entirely of everybody is raising them up alone, so turning them into an idol. It's people want to start as it. People want to be famous. People want to be known. They want to be heard. They want adoring fans, right? And I understand that, like, yeah, we can't treat everybody like that. But I think when you have this kind of like mindset of we're treating it in the entirety in the blanket, like a blanketed process, right? It's not proper because when you would say like streamers in general, I would not take the entirety of streamers as one single culture. And I think it's because there's too many variations of stuff out there for that to matter. Like, because remember, at one point, streamers, most of them were like either vloggers or they were like gamers. I think most part being gamers. Like back in the day, those old Modern Warfare 2 streams, those were what people watched because it was mostly dudes wanting to watch like competitive gaming. And then what came out with people like doing their life stuff. And those two things I would not lump together. And VTubing is also very much so like this. VTubing is we are as individuals. Yes, we have some that are groups, but even within those groups, I would call them individuals. Like the same way I would watch like Callie or Gigi or even like Panko or like Pippa, right? They each have their own culture around them that they're curating. And as a fan, you are, I would say, responsible, or you should be smart enough to recognize the culture around this individual. If they want to be treated like an idol, if they want to be put up on a pedestal, if they want to be like risen up above, and you are their fan, you want to support them the way they want to be supported, do it. And it's not entirely bad, but of course everything can be taken to an extent. And if you go to like Pippa's chat, you try to do that to her, she's gonna say some slurs at you. That's awesome. I love her, by the way. But no, I don't know. I don't hold this too much of like, again, a blanketed opinion. Of course, there's always going to be weirdos. No matter what you do in life, there's going to be weirdos. There's going to be parasocials. We've had that forever. We've had that with like people IRL, where some dude fucking talks to a lady and she just like, I don't know, blinks at him the wrong way, and he takes it as the wrong message, and he becomes like infatuated. And we've had people who are like doing creepy stalker stuff or being weirdos like that. That's everywhere. That's in every culture. That's in every fandom. Even for like big actors IRL. How many of those actresses have probably been like stalked on the street by fucking weirdos who thought they loved them? It's too broad. It's too there's too much going on from person to person to just say, oh, stop treating them like idols. Because I think as fans, there's a lot of fans who are looking for idols. They are looking for girlfriend experience, or they are looking for just your generic chill person. And most of them were going to be like, okay, this person's not what I'm looking for. They're going to move on. There's so much variety and so many different people in the VTuber space that you have that option. let's say like I'm watching like someone and they're like, oh, all they do is leak content and then they fucking ASMR in my ear being like, ah, yeah, sure, my fans, you're the cool, you're the alphas or whatever. And I'm gonna be like, I don't like this, I'm gonna go. Right. The ones who are interested will stay. The ones who want to treat you the way you want to be treated will stay. The ones who are there to cause harm, they're gonna cause harm. That's just how it is. They're gonna find you. And then you do what you can to get them out of your fandom. And like I've mentioned before, you curate your own fandom and you have everybody culminate together into what you want them to be. But I'm sorry, I know I'm ranting a lot about this. It's just too much of a blanketed statement to be like, we need to stop treating a lot of people like this. And nothing against our kind presenter here. I don't have anything against their opinion. This is just my own, just coming from my own experience. But no, that was really good. That was really, really nice. Somebody's putting themselves out there. I have a lot of respect for people who are willing to put themselves out there and make content like this in general. But please, if you can, go give them a follow. Their name is TiramisuBunnyVT on YouTube. I assume they do some Twitch stuff. Yep, they have a Twitch channel. So go give them support. It'd be greatly appreciated.